Go to patreon.com/tiltedtripodmedia. Support this channel by becoming a member and unlock the future of video, product reviews, travel, and more on Tilted Tripod Media. Click that subscribe button and welcome to the future of video. And smash the bell icon to be notified about weekly videos.
Signs like closing this store and everything must go scattered on storefronts throughout Northland Mall. And then there's this, what appears to be a liquidated Macy's. It's an era coming to an end.
We've been here for 13 years by the grace of God, but we're being put out, so.
Sharon Johnson has had Stepping Out Hair and Nail Salon inside of the mall for 13 years. She, like many of the business owners here, aren't the only ones sad to see the Southfield staple go.
We're sorry about the mall closing, and we know wherever we walk now, it'll never be like this.
Claudelle Robinson is a mall walker. She walks 3 miles through the mall every weekday morning, beginning at 7:45, and she's done it for 15 years. Tell me, what are you going to miss most about walking through this mall in the morning?
Being with our friends.
She's not the only one.
It's too cold to walk outside right now, so we look forward to coming inside here.
Northland opened in 1954 and is the first mall to open in the country. The mayor saying the closure happening because the mall has been losing about $250,000 a month and owes millions in debt. Now walkers, shoppers, and business owners will have to find somewhere else to go.
We shall go forward. It'll be a new chapter in our life. That's how I look at it.
Now, it's still unclear just how much longer this mall will stay open for, but business owners inside tell us they have to be out by the first week of April.
This is the Northland Center, or rather what's left of it. The Northland Center, also commonly referred to as the Northland Mall, sits on the north side of 8 Mile Road in Southfield, Michigan, just across from the borderline of the city of Detroit. This mall closed back in 2015 and was a devastating blow to the local economy here in Southfield, Michigan, because this was really their only shopping destination, and really, for much of the city of Detroit itself, was really their only shopping destination without having to drive way out into the suburbs. And, you know, that's really sad because a lot of people in the city of Detroit itself don't have the means to get way out into the suburbs to get to those other shopping destinations, so now they're just left with nothing. So when they announced that this mall would be closing in 2015, that was a devastating blow, not only to the community, but to my family. See, I had moved away from the Detroit metro area and lived about 14 hours away in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I hadn't quite made it back to Ohio where I live now, so I didn't get a chance to go inside and revisit this legendary mall one last time. This mall has quite a history, not only within its local community, but within the mall community, and within my family. This was one of the first and largest enclosed shopping malls in the world, and yes, I know everyone's going to argue that it's not really the first. There's a big debate about what really was the first enclosed shopping mall. In fact, Eastland across town tries to claim that, you know, because the construction was started first, but then this one was completed first, so whatever. But it has a whole lot of kind of record-holding titles. It had the largest department store attached to a mall with the Hudson's that later became a Macy's. And that Hudson's department store that later became the Macy's was truly massive. I can remember shopping inside of it. And it had many floors and at one point several cafes and restaurants. It had a furniture store in the bottom of it. It was just totally amazing. And you know, it's absolutely devastating seeing this place it's just going to be torn down because my family, or rather my mom and her parents, lived right across the Southfield Expressway. In fact, they watched the Southfield Expressway being built, and then they got to watch the Northland Center being built. My mom can remember going to the many carnivals that they had out in the parking lot. I can remember going to it in kind of its later years when it became more of an urban mall where it had like, the kiosks that sell all the bling jewelry and that kind of stuff. It was really cool. I don't really want to say it was a black community mall. That might upset some people, but I mean, it catered to their style of clothing and whatnot, and I absolutely loved it. You could find some of the coolest things at this mall, and it's really sad to see it go. And, I didn't get to go inside of this. I know some people have, I guess, taken the risk and gone inside the mall after it closed. I'm not going to do that because I can remember, I don't know if it's still there or whether they still use it, but there is a police station on the premises of this mall. And I know last time I visited this mall back in around 2012, it still had active police on the property. So that was a look at the Northland Center.
The last store left at the Salem Mall is in the process of closing tonight. As we told you earlier this week, Sears will shut its doors in January. That's why we reached out today to Trotwood officials to find out what they're doing to revitalize that area. Jordan Burgess working to get you answers.
On this billboard is the plan for the technology business park that's supposed to take the place of the old Salem Mall here in Trotwood. But now with Sears no longer a part of those plans, we wanted to know what that means for the future development of this site. The end of an era. Sears, the last remnant of the old Salem Mall in Trotwood, will soon go the way of the rest of the mall's stores. Could more have been done to save this store?
I don't believe so. It's a matter of, number one, it's an issue of the corporation right now. We actually spoke with Sears representatives as recently as 2 years ago who told us that, this store was a well-performing store. But they've had some reversal of fortunes in terms of their corporation.
But Trotwood City Manager Michael Lucking thinks this could be the beginning of another era. The city already has plans to put a technology business park where the Salem Mall once sat. Lucking is looking into acquiring the Sears property to add to that park.
It may well become an opportunity.
Trotwood once tried to turn the Salem Mall site into an open-air mall called the Landmark. But now officials think the business park, which could include logistics or light manufacturing companies, is a better way to go.
Stores are looking to downsize. They're relying more upon internet sales. They look for specific income demographics in terms of where they locate.
But whether retail or technology, efforts to develop the site over the last 10 years have yet to pan out.
What would you say to taxpayers, in Trotwood who are wondering, is anything ever going to be there again, or is that just going to be an empty area?
No, we're certainly the vision is to make that a productive area once again. Again, I think we still need the economy to start to rebound.
And as far as Sears here, the store's liquidation sale will start October 25th, with the store closing sometime in January. Jordan Burgess, 2 News, working for you.
This now brings us to Trotwood, Ohio, a suburb of the Dayton metro area. This is the Sears located near Salem Avenue, which was once part of the Salem Mall. This area used to be Dayton's largest shopping destination, but has since become completely abandoned. The only thing left of the Salem Mall is this Sears, which I believe closed back around 2014. So if you ever get a chance to travel over to the Salem Avenue area in Trotwood, Ohio, you'll understand what I'm talking about, because this has got to be the largest retail graveyard I've ever seen. I mean, there are just literally tons of stores in this vicinity that are just closed or in disrepair, not doing really well, underperforming, or just completely gone. And, back when this store closed, I wasn't really into documenting retail stuff, and I wish I had been, because the architecture of this building looks absolutely incredible, and I love the way that the Sears sign looks, or rather, would have looked when it was, before they took it down. But this is where the Sears sign would have went, and that is just awesome with that label scar and everything. I would have loved to have been able to see the Salem Mall back when it was in operation. Sadly, that was long gone by the time I moved down to Ohio. Oh, yeah, and that redevelopment, well, as of 2019, still nothing has happened. And I'm doubtful that it ever will. And if it ever does, it won't be anything terribly useful to the public. Just some warehouse or business park. Nothing, retail related, which they desperately need over here. So I'm going to leave you here with a few photos and memories of the Salem Mall.
For fashion on sale, there's only one place to go, and that one place offers you a wide variety of choices. That's the Salem Mall. This Thursday through Sunday, Salem Mall's in-sidewalk sale will be the fashionable place to be. You'll find everything from fancy footwear to fashionable headgear and much more. So be sure you dress up your winter wardrobe at Salem Mall's in-sidewalk sale Thursday through Sunday. Salem Mall is located south of I-70 on Route 49 in Shiloh Springs Road. Salem Mall is open daily 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Sunday 12:30 to 5:30.
So this was the Cub Foods grocery store, located right near where the Salem Mall is and that Sears I was just showing you. It's a fairly large grocery store chain that's out of Minnesota, and it operates around Minnesota, Illinois. Of all the weird things to have one in Dayton, I guess they used to have one. You can barely tell that this is a Cub Food store. I would have loved to have gotten inside, but I couldn't find any doors that were left open, and being respectful, and I'm not gonna break in whatever. So but this is a look at what I was able to see of the Cub Food store. So this Cub Food store is part of a larger strip mall that has a ton of abandoned retail stores in it. And OMG, when was the last time you saw a Dots? I hope you have enjoyed today's adventure. Heading on over to patreon.com/tiltedtripodmedia and becoming a member will help to keep this channel running. Even a small donation will go a long way. And as always, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and smash that bell icon so that you can stay up to date on all the latest videos here on Urbex and all of my other channels here at Tilted Tripod Media. Thank you, and I will see you again in the next video.